Are you postponing what you should be doing today for tomorrow? Are you procrastinating? And like, is procrastination making you unproductive? Are you beating yourself up for it? Like, is it really taking a toll on you and your business? Well, first of all, let's just put a stop to this and let's learn 3 easy things that we can do to essentially remove procrastination from your daily routine. Hey there, Isai Rodriguez coming at you with more tips, tricks, and advice so that you can get the most out of your network marketing business. So as you're hopping on, if you would, drop me a thumbs up, drop me some likes, drop me some hearts. Let me know that you're out there. Let me know where you're tuning in from on this beautiful blue planet that we call home. Share some love with me, please, and I will be sure to return the love back. So 3 tips for procrastination. Now, I don't have to tell you, how much procrastination can and will hinder your business from growing. You know what I mean? Like, procrastinating, not doing what you should be doing when you're supposed to be doing it, is a pretty good recipe for disaster. You know what I mean? Like, we always talk about having to take action. Like, action is always where you're always going to, like, you can only learn so much from books, from videos, from trainings, from webinars. Like, the real learning is in the action. And so procrastination is the total opposite of action. It's essentially the non-action, the non-activity, the lack of action. You know what I mean? So 3 things that we can do, 3 simple things that, like, if you put any one of these tips into action, then you can easily defeat procrastination and take your business to the next level. So what are we talking about here? So tip number 1 is ask questions. So a lot of times, first of all, let's start with a fact. Our brains, we are physically wired for survival. You know, like, our brain has has one job and one job only, and that's to keep us alive. You know what I mean? And it's that same hardwired, program in our brain. It's that same thing that keeps us in that procrastination phase sometimes. Like, a lot of times, have you ever encountered something that changes in your daily routine, maybe, either willingly or not willingly, like maybe you have some say in this change, or maybe sometimes it's kind of forced upon you. And our brain, like, it doesn't, it really doesn't like change. It doesn't do well with change. But as we all know, the only constant in this world, and especially in this industry, is change. So if we're not, constantly changing, evolving, learning, and just becoming better, then, hey, I don't think I have to tell you that, you're not going to get very far, anytime soon. So a lot of times, again, like, when these changes come up in our lives, we automatically defeat ourselves. Like, our brain tells us, like, I don't like this. I don't feel comfortable. I can't do this. This is not for me. And that, my friends, as we spoke about before, is not the right mentality to have. Instead of, as soon as that comes, like, and don't get me wrong, like, we all have these limiting beliefs. Like, we all, even like the top recruiter, the top, the top person in his company, like, they all have these same sort of beliefs. I mean, it's just wired into our DNA, but it's how we handle these circumstances that sets us apart. You know what I mean? So if you allow these changes to defeat you, then you're defeated. You know what I mean? However, when you encounter a change like this that you're kind of thrown off, and you know, you start asking yourself these questions, like, or telling yourself, like, I can't do this, that's it, I'm quitting. Ask yourself this question. Like, as soon as you start feeling that, like, start thinking like, okay, I'm not used to this. This is unfamiliar to me, but it has to get done. So what can I do, or what do I have to do in order to get this done? You know what I mean? Like, ask yourself that question and then get it done, So asking yourself questions can push you in the right direction, or push you past that initial stage of, I don't like this, I'm uncomfortable. Like, okay, just push through, ask some questions. What is it that you have to get done, and then get it done? You know what I mean? The second tip is time blocking. And this is essentially a time management strategy that will help you with overwhelm. You know what I mean? Like, we always feel like, there's so much to do, so many things so many loose ends you need to tie up. And we sometimes feel like, we're drowning, or, we can't get stuff done, or, whatever the case may be. And we end up feeling overwhelmed. So one of the things that you can do that's pretty simple is really just block some time in your calendar. And this starts with you writing, jotting down a list of what you have to get done, like more important things on top, maybe lesser things more at the bottom, and just build out a list of what it is that you have to do. In fact, you should already have a list. You should have some sort of DMO, you know what I mean? Like a method of operation, like certain things that you should do for the day in order to call it a productive day. Take that list, go to your calendar, literally block out whatever time you feel necessary. Maybe, 30 minutes following up, an hour reaching out, half hour, prospect, whatever it is that you have in your DMO and your daily method of operation. Literally block out those times on your calendar. Are there things in your life that are non-negotiable? Do you have a job? Do you commute? These things, obviously, if you're working, if you still have a job like me, then you have to literally block out the 8 hours or 10 hours that you're at the office, and literally realize that, this time I'm not going to be able to get much done, if anything at all. If you have a break here and there, that's a bonus, but block it out and work with the pockets of time that you actually do have. So let's move on here. Tip number 3 is a little tip that I got from my mentors, and it's pretty simple. I'm pretty sure you've heard this before. It's called double tasking, and it's essentially like time blocking in a sense, where you focus on one item at a time, and basically taking it to the next level. So we all know that personal development is a huge thing in our industry, in our business. I would argue with like anybody in general, you know what I mean? But like, obviously there's times where you have to be, cleaning the house, right? And you can combine these activities, such as, like let's say you're cleaning the house and you're listening to an audiobook on prospecting, or you go out for a jog and you're listening to a podcast on marketing of some sort, capture pages or whatever the case. Like, you can be doing mindless or menial tasks, such as, cleaning or exercising, and doing, stacking an additional task on top, such as, listening to audiobooks, listening to podcasts. I mean, if you're like vacuuming or something and you have a video playing on the television, I guess that could work too. But it's that concept of double tasking. Do something while you're doing something else that is essentially brainless. Driving. Well, I'd argue that that driving tip, but like if you're out walking, if you're out jogging, if you go to the gym, if you're cleaning the house, washing dishes, doing laundry, things of that nature. Like if you're doing tasks like that around the house or outdoors or at the gym, then think about bringing some audiobooks with you, or listening to a podcast, or even reading a book if you if you could possibly do that. You know what I mean? If you have a book in one hand and then like you're vacuuming with the other. The concept is doing something productive with time that otherwise probably wouldn't be productive. So those are my tips for you today. Number one, ask questions to get you past that initial being stuck at, what do I do phase. Then two, time blocking, focus on that one activity. That's the key there. Set aside 30 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever it is, and focus on one activity at a time. When the time is up, just move on. That's it. Just move on. Don't think about it. Don't overthink about it. Don't analyze it. Just move on to the next task. And the third tip is double tasking, doing two tasks at one, not to be confused with multitasking. We already know there's plenty of doctors out there that would tell you that we are hardwired, or the way that we're biologically hardwired, we cannot multitask. That's just a figment of your imagination. But anyway, I hope you found value in this. If you did, share this with whoever it is you feel needs to hear this message. If you're looking for more advanced training, such as, building capture pages, lead generation, traffic generation, things of that nature, then reach out to me. Let me know what it is that you need help with, because I'm absolutely, positively, 100%, unequivocally, and however many other adjectives you like to add in there, I do have resources for you to use that will help you, get better at what it is that you need help with. But I need you to reach out to me so that we can get you on that path, onto the road to success. And if you haven't done so already, follow my page, set to see first. If you're catching this on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, hit the little bell notification icon so that you get notified when I upload new content. If you're catching this on LinkedIn, then add me as a contact, reach out to me, let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, what you need help with. Let's just start talking. Again, I hope you found value in this. Until the next video, take care now. Bye.